being in a toxic relationship completely breaks your all the faith, your hope, and everything to get something good. And in the end, you are left with like no hopes, and you are like you don't trust anyone.
Mental health.
People are lonely. Even I feel sometimes that why I am here, why I'm using these apps, why I'm not getting a person like in personal or something, why I'm using this app.
I believe actually firstly we need to educate everyone what actually depression and anxiety is. There are actually people who are misusing this word. Okay, specifically Gen Z.
No. So you masturbate?
Yes.
Yes. So is it your stress buster or your pleasure?
How is your mental health?
I would say it's good, but not perfect because there's always stresses in day-to-day life. So I think it depends on how you cope with them and whether your coping mechanisms are healthy or not. Like
So what are your coping mechanisms?
we have 2 dogs,
Okay.
so I play with them. I journal and sometimes I meditate.
That's your coping mechanism.
Yeah.
You guys ever been in a toxic relationship? No. You've been? So what kind of mental toll it took on your life or on you when you were in a toxic relationship?
See, actually, whenever we're in a relationship, it like any kind of relationship, we want to keep it up. Like every time we give our best and everything. But yeah, being in a toxic relationship completely breaks your all the faith, your hope, and everything to get something good. And in the end, you are left with like no hopes, and you are like you don't trust anyone. So I believe it majorly affects your trust, and of course, the mental health is all fucked up.
Yeah.
And everything. Like I believe it happens many times when you are in relationship. You try to give so good of yourself that you forget everything about yourself. You don't make any friend or anything out of that, and in the end, you are left with nothing. You are like completely alone. So it's just not a saying that a toxic relationship leaves you alone. It's not about being physically, but mentally also. There is no one to whom you can discuss and share your things.
Yeah. So how did you come out of it, or how did you cope up with your toxicity? Okay, what happens is people become attracted to toxicity then because they've been doing that for such a long time. Then they start wanting if they have a healthy relationship, they start doubting it that, oh, is this really happening with me or something? So how did you cope up with your toxicity of the relationship?
I said I have been lucky on this part. I really got a very good partner after that. He helped me out very well in coming out of all that toxicity. And yeah, he made me believe that there are good things, there are good people, which really helped me out to be like a very different person, which I was at that time and which I am right now. So I believe it's all about, I completely believe on luck and destiny. It's your destiny. And apart from destiny, it's your faith that how you want to be. Like what type of change you want to get in your life, how much you're working on.
Yeah.
So it's all up to you already.
So have you ever been in a toxic relationship?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did it take a mental toll on your health? Like how did you manage it?
I mean, I feel like I just lost a sense of trust in people around me because of that one person, and I feel like it stopped me from experiences, like other experiences in life, like opening up to new people, getting to know new people. I feel like it just affected that. And to cope with it, honestly, I feel like I just blocked him everywhere and just focused on more important stuff in life, like just studies and everything.
Yeah.
It was hard, but it took me a few months to get through it. But like everyone says that, oh, you can't get through, but I think people will be able to get through. You just have to block that person out, like completely.
Do you think that being in a toxic relationship, you start attracting toxicity because maybe somewhere you start liking it in the end of the day?
Yeah. I feel like when you go through a toxic relationship, you start to develop the traits of that person, because it's just a very thing, especially when it's like a long thing, like a year or so. So you just start to develop the same thing the person does, but it takes time to get through it. But I think people can get through it.
What steps do you take now to not go into toxicity or not be in a toxicity, or how do you help your mental health? Like
Maybe before getting to know like a new person, maybe I just talk to them about it, saying that yeah, I've been through this, so like you know what you're getting into. and if you're willing to deal with that. Because if we get to know each other, there will be down stages, because I'm still healing through that one thing. But I feel like I tell people before getting into a new relationship, heal yourself first, because you're just gonna end up being like the same person who was toxic with you.
Anxiety, people have depression, people have ADHD. In India, it's not even there, like acceptable also. Like, you know, our own parents would say, you know what, no, there is nothing called depression. They'll give us 2 slaps on our head, like go out and like work. Right? So what would you think that that could change that? What advice do you think that you guys have?
I believe actually firstly we need to educate everyone what actually depression and anxiety is. There are actually people who are misusing this word.
Yeah.
Okay, specifically Gen Z. I was talking to one of my cousin and मतलब legit कुछ भी नहीं था, कुछ भी. And he said, I am so depressed. You don't know what is going in my personal life. Bro, you need to grow up. This is not depression. Be prepared. अभी तो तुमने कुछ देखा ही नहीं है. School में कुछ अनबन हो गई and he's depressed. So people are even misusing these words. We need to educate them what actually depression is. Yeah.
Actually,
There is a difference. See, we generally say, I hate that person. But there is a difference between dislike and hate. So we need to actually educate them. This is not depression. This is just a part of life and it will go on. Depression is something very
Strong-minded at all these.
yeah. When genuinely when you have this anxiety attack or panic attack, things are really very different. You are just sitting and now you are lost in thought, oh, I just had a panic attack. This is not panic attack.
my next question is going to be on women's health. So, period and menstruation. These words, concepts are kind of taboo in our country. And how would you go back to normalize this?
Just openly talk in front of all your male colleagues. That's where you can normalize it. At least the 3 people which are in your group, your friend circle, more the merrier. Because I am an extrovert sort of a person, which is why I just accepted her thing. So it's fine. You just can tell them, and it's even
Okay, so like when you're on your cycle, are you comfortable telling your father or boyfriend or brother to get
father is still there is that gap, age gap. But the people with which you have that sort of gap, like 5 years, 6 years, who are working with you, you can tell those guys. Because in our company also, these guys have started from Women's Day, care for me leave. That monthly you guys can take 1 off. And your manager is a male, then you have to tell him that I'll be taking this leave today. I'm down.
So yeah, you're in a company and that gives you that allowance, but still in a lot of India, है ना, when girls have their period, ये नहीं करना, वो नहीं करना, you know, but there's still in a lot of families
Gap
that
will remain.
the father and the brother don't know about periods, है ना, or don't know what their sister or girlfriend or daughter is going through.
I think that can be changed only if our generation is not following those things. They are just like, okay, it's just a biological thing, happens with every girl, and there's no taboo.
Okay.
You have a workplace, right? Everybody has workplaces, and some people are toxic around you, some people are good around you. You're gonna have like different kind of people around you, right? So how do you deal with those kind of stress?
So my work is mostly remote.
Okay.
So thankfully I don't have to. I've never been in a situation like that where I have these people surrounding me all the time.
Yeah.
But when I do come across people who I feel are not my vibe, I like to keep my distance, keep things professional, talk to them only when I have work. Otherwise, I keep to myself. How do you keep track of your mental health?
I think it depends on the quality of sleep. If I'm not sleeping properly, that means there is some issues. That's what I figured out in past 7-8 years. That was the first time that happened in year 2018. At that time that happened, I was not able to sleep for like 48 hours continuously. That was a trigger point. Then I realized it is because of, thinking too much, overthinking, all that stuff. So I switched from cell phone to... Yeah, sleep is the main thing. If you are not sleeping, then there is some issue.
Okay, so my next question is our generation and social media is like our go-to thing, right? So if it's so easy for us to connect with people, online friends, chat groups, online shopping, and news, jo bhi hai, why are people in our generation
depression, anxiety? Why are we
It's only because of the too many options available. You are jumping from one thing to another and to the third thing, and the people they don't have that patience level. Zero patience level are there, and people are just switching from one app to another, then another, then another. So they'll be scrolling shorts, and they'll be scrolling Instagram, then they'll switch to Facebook, but you're not finding anything over there. They're just, they are just escaping from the real problem, that I will say.
So it sounds like you think the social media and all this technology is a real problem.
It is a problem, I would say, because they are distracting you from the real thing, which is
So how do you stay real?
by just having a continuous conversation with yourself rather than having conversation with other people and just scrolling the reels and relating to those reels. That's what I feel.
Are you married?
No.
Are you on dating app?
No.
No. So you masturbate?
Yes.
Yes. So is it your stress buster or your pleasure?
It's like when you are bored and then you can do it.
Yeah. Okay. So you masturbate for that, right?
Yeah.
So does it help you in release your stress or just for your time pass?
Sometimes stress reliever, yes.
So you think after masturbation your mental health is better or worse?
Depends. What do you think about masturbation? If you think it is as a, oh, maine kuch galat kar diya and all that stuff. But if you think it as just your body requires that, then it's fine. But if you have that thing in your brain, oh, it's not a good thing. One should not do that. It's